Does God exist? It's the oldest question humanity has ever asked, and maybe the one we're least equipped to answer. Not because the question is flawed, but because we are. Because we try to fit infinity into a sentence. Because we ask for proof of something that was never meant to be proven, only felt. We build temples and theories. We argue with scripture. We wrestle with silence. Some say God is in the sky. Others say God is in your heart. Some say God is dead. Others say God is everything. So who's right? Maybe none of them. Maybe all of them. Because the question, does God exist, doesn't ask for a yes or no. It asks, what do you feel when the world goes quiet? What do you turn to when logic fails? What's left when everything else is gone? Some say God is a father, a creator, a being outside of time. Others say God is love itself, not a person, but a presence, a sacred pulse that beats through all things. And others don't believe in God at all. They believe in atoms, in chance, in science, and yet still cry at music, still stare at the stars in wonder, still feel something sacred in the silence of the woods. Maybe the question isn't, does God exist? Maybe the real question is, what name do you give to the mystery that moves you? When a child is born, when a loved one dies, when you stand beneath the sky so vast it makes you feel like a whisper. You don't ask for definitions. You don't ask for doctrine. You just feel. And in that moment, there it is. Not an answer, but something bigger than the question. Some call it God. Some call it spirit. Some call it nothing, and still bow to its presence. Philosophers have tried for centuries to prove or disprove God. The ontological argument, the problem of evil, Pascal's wager, the first cause. And yet, no equation has ever silenced the soul. No debate has ever captured wonder. Because this isn't a courtroom. It's a cathedral. And we aren't jurors. We're seekers. So does God exist? Maybe God is not a being, but being itself. Maybe God is not watching from a distance, but breathing through everything, through you, through love, through grief, through art, through every moment you choose compassion over control. And maybe the absence you sometimes feel is not God's absence, but your disconnection. Because the soul doesn't find God through force. It finds God in surrender, in stillness, in mystery, in not needing an answer to feel the presence of something deeper than yourself. So, does God exist? You won't find the answer in this video, or in a book, or in a lab. You'll find it in the way your breath catches when something truly moves you, in the ache you feel for beauty you can't explain, in the way love survives, even after death, in the part of you that knows without knowing why. Maybe the point isn't to solve God, but to meet God, in your own time, in your own way, in your own silence. Maybe the point was never belief, but attention.